Everyone, this is Tyler Heavens coming to you from Women's RX headquarters. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to talk about why women should never, ever settle for less. There's a common phrase, and it sounds more or less just like this. Misery loves company. Misery loves company. And the sad thing is, nothing could be absolutely more true. I want women to know that they need to never settle for less. If you're dating a guy and he just seems like he's worth chump change, like he doesn't really have any coins in his pocket, he just has chump change, that could be for, let's say, 3 reasons. The first reason is health problem. It can be difficult to improve your situation if you're going through physical health problems. I'm also gonna say, if you're a guy and you're going through some emotional problems or psychological problems, even then it can be hard to step up and accomplish what you want to get done. And what's the opposite of those 2 reasons? The last one. If you're a person that's allergic to hard work, you're probably not going to do well when it comes to your bank account. I want you women to recognize, like I said before, never settle for less. I'll definitely say this. If you're dating a guy with a good attitude, if you can tell that he's a family man, or even just a guy you can see he has the attitude and potential that I can see him going there, then there's nothing wrong with dating him. In fact, you're gonna be getting closer to what you want if you're dating a guy that you can see is passionate. He's passionate. He's very sure in what he wants, and he treats you right. Sometimes that's called a diamond in the rough. So that's not settling. If you can find a guy that's a diamond in the rough. Because sometimes you want the whole package, but it's not going to come at the exact same time. You can't date a guy and expect him to come with everything and then some as a package deal. Sometimes you will meet the best guy. All you got to do is let him treat you right and let him build his career, his empire, whatever you want to call it. But there's a lot of great men out there. Now, let's discuss what is not so great out there. Women, if you have a first date with a guy and you're supposed to meet at 6 p.m. and intentionally I did say 6 p.m. Make sure that your first dates are not late night out dates. You want to have sunlight, you want to have a public atmosphere because you want to scope out what he's like. I've been on some bad dates, and usually all of these bad dates take place after 8 p.m. So put together something kind of simple and basic just to meet him. If you're listening to this, that means that you already listened to my video discussing no free dinner dates on a first date. Because if you're going on your first date, you should have some sunlight. You should have some way to give yourself an atmosphere where you're safe and you can leave. Because the fact is that if you feel like you don't leave, you're probably not in a good space. So, meet up. If this guy's worth you, then that means that he should know he should be there 10 minutes before you're there. So he should be there by 5:50 p.m. So when you get there at 6 or 6:05, you're prepared, you'll feel comfortable, and you will feel appreciated. And that's a hell of a good start when it comes to your first meet and greet. Never call a first date. Never call a first date a date. It is not a date. It's a lot more like a brief job interview for both of you, but particularly for you because women have a shorter time frame for when they could meet a person and have children or just not meet somebody and build themselves up. And a good guy would understand that. And a good guy would help you make that happen. You always want to know that you have enough in common so that even if you're not talking a whole lot when you're at the restaurant or at a movie or hanging out and cooking a meal together where you live, all that really matters is that you have that comfort feeling where it's not stressful, but it's still engaged. You can have small talk about small issues, but you can also discuss things that are a little bit more complex. You don't need to have the same political views. I've seen relationships lose to that. Just one person liking one candidate, and then the other date likes a different candidate. As far as I'm concerned, politics on that level should not be a part of your relationship. And if that is, then so be it. You can wash yourself of an entire relationship strictly based on the fact that one person likes one candidate, the other likes a different one. Particularly if you have children, do you want to start having relationship or marital problems just because each person in the relationship likes a different political federal candidate? You have to pick your fights infrequently, and you have to pick your fights wisely. Every married single mother out there right now knows that what I just said is absolutely true. Just because you don't like the same office politics or the same politics, it does not mean that you can't have a fantastic relationship. Whether you're outdoors, whether you're downtown, whether you're at local stores, whether you're on vacation, whether you're just watching TV or watching a movie or sharing time in the kitchen together, cooking up some tasty food, or in the bedroom. It's very important to make sure that you do get along in the bedroom. I know this for a fact because I've experienced this. I've also talked to lots of my friends. I have female friends, male friends, and all in the middle. But your relationship will flourish much better if you can just cover the single task, which has many other tasks right under that. But if you can both put together your man and yourself as a woman when it feels like making love. There's actually a song, and I think the chorus sounds a lot like this. When it feels like making love, yeah. When it feels like making love. See, don't we all like making love? I would completely agree that we do. I've always found it strange that when you watch the news and TV shows, it's always, men are always trying to get as fast as they can to get into the bedroom. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Every good relationship should have a part where feels like making love, yeah. Nothing wrong with that. But you don't want a guy that's trying to push that envelope too fast. Women, your chastity is a sanctuary. Women, I want you to know that your chastity is a sanctuary. You don't want to give it up to some Tom, Dick, or Harry Dick, or Tom, Harry. Value your body and mind and spirit. It's just those three things. Cherish your mind, body, and soul. And if you can do that and find a guy that's patient, that is what you really want. Never settle for less. Mothers, sisters, cousins, aunts, never settle for less. You'll be rewarded the more you value your opinion over somebody you think is judging you. No, it's your mind, body, and soul. And this way, you never settle for less. Always never settle for less. Would you rather wake up in your home or apartment or condo single with no obligations to somebody that you don't care about, or that you do but doesn't care about you? Would you rather wake up single, nobody who's crowding your space, who's pushing you aside, possibly taking advantage of you in some way. And if you have children, you have to double down. If you have children, you have to double down to make sure that you never settle for less. I've witnessed this happen in action, and things fall apart very quickly. Love has no rush on it. There is no rush on love. And that is why you never have to settle for less. Ask him when you're dating. Ask him anything you want. If you expect to get answers without even proposing the question, then how do you think you'd even ever get proposed to? Guys like inquiring minds. Guys do love a woman who has a vision. Guys love a woman that make plans. And on top of saying has visions, I'm going to break those down and call those subdivisions. That sounds like you're building a house, but it's not. It's that everything needs baby steps. One time I told a girlfriend that the reason I ask so many questions is strictly because I wanted to hear what she thought about details. That relationship didn't last too long, because if you can't walk up a staircase and hit every stair, you're probably not gonna get somewhere. That's why you need to know what are these baby steps to turn an online greeting or an in-person meeting, and then turn that into a first date, then that into a second date as well, and that full-time boyfriend, and that sleeping over and keeping things at each other's place. And that leads to fiance. So now you're a fiance, and that leads nicely into marriage. Everything takes time and patience and planning, and there's nothing wrong with that. I know that women love that, which is fantastic. And I'm a guy. I like plans and steps to work towards. The thing is, people that don't have plans, that's almost the same thing as not having a future. Women, you do not want to date a guy who doesn't know how to make plans, and therefore start and encompass and create and nourish your future, his future. Hopefully that works into a family. And if you don't want a family, you just want a life partner, then just do that. Like I said, never settle for less. Never settle for less than you want. I spent a good few years making some poor choices, and that's fine. But now my path is a little bit more consolidated. It's a little bit more, if not a lot more, concrete. But no matter if you want to have a family or if you just want to be a consolidated couple long term, at some point there will be a point that sounds like this. When it feels like making love, yeah. When it feels like making love, oh yeah. Everyone, this is Tyler Heavens coming to you from Women's RX headquarters. Please drop me a line, fill a comment, subscribe, press like, and or just watch me again. Thanks so much. Love you, ladies. Remember, always have faith. Always have faith, the faith. Everybody, this is Tyler Heavens. Subscribing, commenting, and viewing the Women's RX channel is the only way to spread the word and provide better content. Please hit the like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.